video to tell you about Quilt Club, my first ever Quilt Club. So I thought we've done a lot of little projects and we've done our bag club this year, which was amazing. And I just wanted to do something again different, to change it up a little bit. And especially for those of you that have taken part in every single embroidery club, I know you're getting quite good now. And I thought, what's going to be a good challenge for those embroidery skills, and something that we can really meaty, getting my words messed up, something really meaty that we can get ourselves stuck into, especially during the kind of winter months. And so I came up with the idea of Quilt Club. Now, I do have to say, I am not a quilter. This is not something, in terms of the actual making of a quilt, this is not something I have a huge amount of experience in, but I would say that it's something that I have wanted to do for a very, very long time. I have literally a big bag in the attic of fabrics that I have been hoarding to make my quilt one day. And I kind of have a hunch that you probably feel the same. Some of you I know will be experienced quilters, and you know, you'll know exactly where you are at with borders and basting and all of these kind of quilting terminologies. So what I would say is Quilt Club is going to really be about the embroidery. I've developed a load of different motifs, sort of inspired by spring flowers, by the seaside, and some other inspiration as well, which is what we're going to use to make the panels and the squares to make up our quilt. So it's going to be a combination of embroidered squares, and then for the materials packs I've chosen 6 different florals, stripes and polka dots to make up the kind of other panels. So I have to say it's a lot of embroidery. Beautiful. It's going to look great, but it is a lot of embroidery. And this time I've decided there's going to be no applique, so it's actually going to be all embroidery. So quite a lot of drawing, and there's some techniques and sort of cheats that we can do with the drawing, but it's going to be lots of drawing and lots of shading and using different different colour threads to create those lovely embroidered panels. For me, it's going to kind of have that, I want it to have that feel of those sort of beautiful antique laces and embroideries that the people don't really make anymore. You know, I've got a big stash of them that I keep there. Sometimes I do my one-off pieces on. We love beautiful hand embroidery sort of in the corners of flowers, and so it's kind of, I want it to have that kind of feel. Anyway, so hopefully that gives you a kind of sense. So the club will actually be launching on the 5th of December, so on Monday. You will be able to then sign up and join. And again, as it's going to run much the same as previous embroidery clubs, in that there'll be the materials option and the online only option. There's going to be 2 materials options. So one to make a lap/single, so it's got enough fabric to make a single quilt, but you could make a lap one from it and have some fabric left over. Or the second option is to make a double or king size quilt, so it's got enough fabric for a king size quilt, which is quite a lot of fabric it turns out, and or if you wanted to make a double, you would have some fabric left over. So the packs cover the larger of the 2 sizes, rather than having 4 sizes. So that's how we've done it. But I would encourage you, if you can, to think about using up your stash for this one. I think it would really lend itself to looking at the fabrics that you've got. You will obviously need to make sure that you've got your plain fabric for the embroidered panels. And I think in my mind, that kind of wants to be the same. So it gives it that consistency across the whole quilt. And then the variety comes from the florals and the polka dots and the little stripes. So that's just my idea. I think everyone's got their own ideas on this. So as ever, yes, there's the materials option, the online only option as well. The materials option will close on the 19th of December, so just before Christmas. So you've got time to put this on your Christmas list if you want to. And then we'll be getting started on the 11th of February. So that will be the week 1. So it gives us a bit of time in January to get those materials packs cut and prepped for you. Then it is basically just one project. So we're going to be starting off with kind of cutting and prep, then working our way through the different motifs, and then working our way through putting your strips together, adding your border, adding your batting and your backing, and hopefully coming out with a beautiful finished quilt at the end. Slightly different in that it's going to run for 7 weeks. Just looking at how much work there is in it, I think we need at least that. So and obviously if you're making a big quilt, a king size quilt, yeah, you might want a couple of years. I don't know. I might need a couple of years, but I think it's going to be fun as ever. But I think it's also going to be nice to do something. It's almost like, yes, you've wanted to make a quilt for a long time, but you need someone there to nag you week on week to say, come on, get on with it, get it done. And that way we'll actually achieve our goal of making a beautiful quilt. So as I said, it launches on Monday. I think probably at 12 noon, but it depends how quickly Molly and I get the technical side of things done. So I will very much look forward to seeing you join us in Quilt Club.